Hello, chat. We're live. How's it going? Did you guys had a good day? I hope you did because I know several people that didn't. One of them is me because I'm being kept away from my favorite orc in D&D. Apparently, one of the other players, Rags, I'm not going to give any names, Rags, can't make it today. And there's not going to be a D&D. So if you are looking forward for that, it's not going to happen, and I'm not going to name Rags, which is the other player that can't make it, right? So, the other thing, I was, hold on. Let me show you this. I was contacted 2 days ago by my publisher, and he asked me to see, no, he asked me if, I'm watching the Nick Retta stream. And I'm like, I used to watch him in the past, but now I'm a little busy, so I can't. And he was like, no, you need to see this. You need to see this. Like go and watch the Nick Retta stream because it's going to be deleted. It's going to be taken off the air. And I gotta say, was a very interesting stream. There is one thing that popped into my view, and that is the fact that I haven't seen Nick in like, I don't know, maybe more than 1 year, right? So I didn't expect to see him looking like a Telltale character. Hold on, let me show you. So Telltale character, and you guys will make a comparison. Tell me if I'm wrong or not. I mean, okay. Right? So, like, Nick used to have this puffy face. He was full of life. I don't know what's happening here, but like, am I off, chat? Am I really that off when I make the comparison? I mean, come on. I don't like to, pick on streamers' appearances, but Nick, if you're watching the stream, take care of yourself. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to speculate. I mean, I do have, like, a couple of differential diagnoses that I can put. But you know what's going on. Like, you know more than everyone what's going on. So, take care of yourself. Like, seriously, this is not a healthy appearance. Like, the deterioration from year to year is quite staggering. This is not the type of face that you expect in a healthy person. You need to have puffy cheeks. A little bit more red in the skin color. Now, granted, it could be the lighting. It could be the lighting of the place he is in. But I don't think so. I generally think, like, he did lose a lot of weight in all the wrong places, right? So, that was, like, my initial reaction when I saw the stream. For those of you who haven't seen the stream, I'm pretty sure you will see it eventually on Twitter, because he, how should I put this in a charitable manner? Had a little bit too much. Let's put it this way. And he became a little bit more extroverted than usual. Made a couple of facial grimaces during the stream. Back and forth motions as well. Surprised that the camera was not... like, things that probably led to the deletion of the stream. I gotta say, it was difficult to watch. Sorry about that. Nick said he lost weight on purpose, then got sick, and lost more weight on accident. There are a couple of illnesses that can make you lose weight. Some of them are more alarming than others, but again, this is what I'm saying. Like, he knows what's going on, so he should take care of himself better. Yeah, Nick Retta, we're talking about him. It's like, But like again, I haven't watched the streams in over a year, and this is the first impression that I get, and it's like a telltale character. Like it's the same thing, you know. It's like the same facial structure. Not good. Really not good. My brother told me losing 35% of your weight over a short period of time is cause for concern. Yeah, usually, and I'm sad to say this, it can be cancer. The tumor is sucking up the resources of the body. It can be substance abuse of various types, can be medical treatment, can be ulcer. There's many things that can go wrong. Usually, like anything related to the digestive system. Hi V, hope your day is good. What happened to Nick? I don't know what happened to Nick. Right? But it's not good. It's not good. Anyway, that was. Now, who is Grummz? Grummz used to be in charge of World of... Like, he was a higher up at Blizzard. Okay? So, he was upper management. He created some niche games like World of Warcraft, Warcraft 3. I think he was also responsible for another niche game, Diablo 2. You may have heard of a couple. And then he retired from Blizzard, and recently he is talking about games that have diversity, inclusivity, and equity. You know, he understands that this is incredibly popular with the average consumer base, and he wants everyone to know. It's like, hey, this game has got DEI in it. You should buy it. It's $120, deluxe edition. You get to play 3 days early. Rasmus, I will only give you a small buyer's remorse of 20 DKKs. Last year, I went on a diet and lost 40 kilograms in about 10 months. Does that mean I have cancer? No, this is why I'm saying there are many potential causes. Cancer is one of them, but there are others. You can have an autoimmune disease. I mean, it's not necessary. You may also not have parasites, intestinal parasites. You can also just lose weight because you're on a diet, but it's a really fucked up diet, you know, because usually when you're holding a healthy diet, like you lose weight in the right places. You're not going to get your face sucked in like that. You can tell if you have diabetes if you taste your pee to see if it tastes sweet or not. Unironically, that's how doctors used to diagnose people in the medieval time period. Like, they didn't know that diabetes is cold diabetes. Like, they didn't have a name for it. They also didn't know what's causing it or anything like that. They would call it sugar disease, though. And to diagnose it, they would drink the piss. Now, take into account that most peasants didn't have access to physicians. So, what they would do is the nobility, right? Like the kings, the aristocrats, they were the ones that would have physicians. And yeah, like literally, they would taste the piss of the king. And they would be incredibly compensated for that. So, you know, being a physician in the medieval time was... quite a profitable endeavor, but unfortunately, one of the things that you had to do when performing a exam, you had to taste it. And they could diagnose several interesting things. They could diagnose kidney stones because if the urine had blood in it, it was like the danger of a kidney stone or a tumor or something like that. The thing is, like, I genuinely don't know the follow-up. It's like, okay, you tasted that they're having sugar disease, and then what? I wonder, like, if they knew that they need to put the person on a diet, because we don't really have encompassing medical records. Like, all I know is that they knew how to diagnose it, but I don't know how they treated it. Probably leeches? I genuinely don't know. Anyway. No, diabetes doesn't make you look like that. No. It's probably, my assumption, it would be, well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to speculate, no. No, because it's not nice to speculate, so. So, the thing with Grummz, right, now, he goes on and he claims that a person doxed him and now the person is suing him. Let me see if I can get it. Again, just so you understand how unhinged some people are. Like, you got this guy that's literally just talking about video games and, you know, like, this product has DEI in it. And the people are so ass mad about it. Like, they're so ass hurt about it that they're willing to dox this person. They DDoSed, what's his name? Cabrutus, right? They DDoSed his website twice. Like, there's a lot of resources and manpower invested into fucking with some people that just talk about video games. Like holy fucking shit, dude, you know? And it's not like they're talking about video games, in a manner that... okay, so, like, on one hand, you have the corporations that are hiring bots. They have AI. They pour hundreds of millions of dollars into marketing. They got their own influencers that they buy. And on the other hand, you have someone like Grooms and Cabrutus. And they are absolutely livid of these people. Like, they're literally viewing these people as a danger. Like, as a menace, as a danger to society. The way they're acting, like, they're so fucking unhinged. That if I didn't know any better, I would say that Grummz is about to start a political party and bring upon the Fourth Reich on the United States of America. Like, this is the level of danger, the level of psychopathy that some people have, that Grummz doesn't like the new Yasuke in Ubisoft. Why should he? Like, Yasuke is gay. I'm not saying this as a pejorative. Like, unironically, Ubisoft just announced that Yasuke is gay. Like, a part of the game is going to be romancing, right? Like, when I play Assassin's Creed, this is what I want. I want romance. And as you can see here, you can romance a man or a woman, right? Different types of people. He's pansexual before pansexual was even a word. People are surprised and are like, why? It's Ubisoft. Like, it's in the fucking name. Like, of course the characters are going to be gay. It's Ubisoft. Like, what did you expect? This is a company that's so fucking detached from reality that they will call the cops on you. I'm not kidding. They actually partnered with the British police. So if you do the speech of hate online, they can call the cops on you. HK9410, I'm glad to see you have money again. That's excellent. Also really glad to see that you're still watching my streams after all this time. And thank you for the memberships. Wake up, gay black samurai. Yeah, that's not an insult. He's actually gay. Now you can say it. We have a harem to build. I don't know if you can romance a bear, though. Like, that is not as progressive. I wonder if they will have gay sex scenes in it, and if Sony will allow it, because I know Sony is very sex negative. You know, you show a little bit of anime girl, you show a little bit of skin on a leg, and Sony goes, Nein, verboten. So I'm really concerned, because I want to see the passionate lovemaking abilities of Yasuke. It's why I'm so excited for the game. Now I want to point out, and in case you haven't seen my video on my secondary channel, the main reason that I'm laughing at this is that they haven't announced anything to do with gameplay. They haven't announced anything to do with story. Like, the only thing that they're announcing is like, oh yes, our main character, he is black and he is gay. And our female lead, she is androgynous. Right? The kunoichi. The kunoichi. Who knows what's under the hood? It's not polite to ask. You need to ask how she identifies. She, her. Well, she is a woman by all accounts. If Yasuke is gay, how are we seeing his memories? No, you don't understand. First of all, they actually renounced that shit. Like Assassin's Creed used to be a trilogy. And you had like the story with Desmond. And I actually found that story to be very interesting. But unfortunately, they dropped that. So they're not interested in the story. Because now Assassin's Creed is that shit that comes every year. So... yeah, it is that shit that comes up every year. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. Kusa! Assassin's Creed, yeah? And... it's the shit that comes every year, so now they can't do that story anymore. Because that story requires some creativity. So they completely dropped it. Now you're not in the Animus. Now you don't see the memories of your ancestors. Now it's... and it has the ability, of course, to see the memories of individuals that might swing differently. It's normie rum through space and time, yes. Assassin's Creed Kusa. By the way, guys, do you know what Kusa means? It means shit in Japanese. It's not really a joke if you have to explain it. That's why Origins and Odyssey are gorgeous, but are trash stories, yes. I haven't played Origins. And the reason that I haven't played Origins, I remember playing a little bit before refunding it. And I'm like, okay, I want to play a game that's called Assassin's Creed, right? And part of Assassin's Creed is the assassination. It's in the fucking name. And you're running around with a battle axe. And I'm like, dude, just make a new fucking franchise at this point. Like, why does it have to be Assassin's Creed? Just make the Pharaohs or some shit. Like why does it... why do you use the name Assassin's Creed when you're not focused on assassinations? Is the audio clipping, though? Like, people say that the audio is clipping. What? Nani? I don't see my audio clipping. You know what? I'll unplug the mic and I'll replug it again. Like, this is the best type of tech advice that I know. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I should, yeah, I should actually, buy a new microphone. I'll wait for Google to finish paying me and then I'll do it. Too much money at stake now to take a risk. Games are bigger than ever. Yeah, but like, do they have to be? See, this is the thing that I don't understand. Like, it's proven that you can make very successful and fun AA games. Like, you can make a Hades, or you can make, what was it, Fear and Hunger. Like, you can make all these games that don't really require $500 million to make. So Blizzard actually had the right idea back in the day, right? Like Blizzard, actually know from an insider, they had this team that was a minimum budget, very few guys, and they were like, okay, make us something that will be good but cheap. And they made Hearthstone. And while Hearthstone is not as popular now as it used to be, back in the day, Hearthstone was actually quite the phenomenon. And it made Blizzard hundreds of millions of dollars with minimum investment. Like, all they needed was the netcode and the art for the cards and the game mechanics, and that was it. Like, it was such an easy game to make that even a small indie team could have made it. And then what Blizzard did was like, okay, well, instead of like focusing on trying out new things, because like they could have made like a cool platformer or some shit. No, they started remaking StarCraft. And the StarCraft remake, as well as the Diablo remake, was actually pretty good. But then they tried to remake Warcraft 3, and the problem with Warcraft 3 is that they were shocked for some fucking reason on how popular it was received at BlizzCon. Like they had, I think they had Diablo 4, they had World of Warcraft expansion, and they also had this Warcraft 3 Reforged. And Warcraft 3 Reforged was better received than everything else put together, right? Like, people were cheating, people were excited. And what ends up happening is that Blizzard goes like, okay, well, if it's this well received, add more features to it. So they're now taxing the development team, they're taxing the small team that they had to remake the game, and they're giving them way too much on their plate. And they also outsource, I think it was the art style to Malaysia. And you guys know how bad Warcraft 3 Refucked is. Like people who bought it, they still play the old classic Warcraft 3 rather than the Reforged one. And one of the main reasons for it is that when they outsourced the art to Malaysia, the people who made the art, it actually looks really good. Like the art style doesn't look bad, but the colors and the shapes of the units are not designed for someone that understands how video games are like. So yeah, it is flashy, it does look good, but from a gameplay perspective, you not being able to tell the ghouls from the peasants in a multiplayer game, it's actually something that's not workable with. Yasuke, we was Damios and Xo! No, the phones one was actually different. I actually know what happened. So they, internally, they were very happy with the Diablo phone game. And by the way, I'm telling you this from insiders, like the story behind the doors, if you will. Because actually, a person that works on my game has worked at Blizzard, and he's a veteran. He was there for like 20 years, really good artist, drew the Draenei, anyway. And he told me a lot of stuff. So like the thing with Diablo 4 is that they were actually really excited because from a MOBA type game, it's actually really good. And it's true, like Diablo 4, comparing it with the other MOBA games at the time, what was Blizzard quality. The problem was that you do not announce that shit at BlizzCon, because if you're looking at what BlizzCon is, BlizzCon, you're going there, spending at least $2,000, right, for the hotel, for the plane, for the event itself. You're spending around $2,000 in order to get advertisements. Like people would go to BlizzCon just to see advertisements, to see the new trailer for World of Warcraft, to see the new games that Blizzard is making. So you have these people that are paying Blizzard so that they can see ads, and they expect at least the ads to be good. Like, they expect that the advertisement is going to at least be worth it, because back in the day, Blizzard would release, like, spectacular games and stuff. So imagine their shock when they see, instead of games, the first thing they see was a cereal. Like they were selling this shit, right? So, Lucio's. And instead of, like, having common sense, like if you're going to do this atrocity, right? You're going to do this abomination, and you're selling this, at least put Bridget on the box. Like, people are willing to eat Bridget's ass. But why would you put one of the champions that, I can't say he's unpopular, but he wasn't really that popular. Put a woman, what the fuck? Put Mercy. Put, Farah. Again, Bridget. Like, eating Bridget's ass would have been great. But, yeah. So you got this presented at BlizzCon, and hey, you know, you get a free loot boost. Like, fuck off, dude. So, anyway. People weren't happy. People were very upset, right? And they were expecting a new Diablo game to be announced, and it was actually pretty hyped. It's like, okay, they're releasing Diablo 4. Diablo 3 wasn't that great. So people were hyped about the Diablo announcement, and then eventually the Diablo announcement comes up, and it's a phone game. It's a MOBA game, right? So normally, under any circumstance, this would have been received with at least, like, neutral to happiness. But But announcing it at BlizzCon under this scenario, under this timeline, people were genuinely booing, right? And the people that were booing at BlizzCon, they're not like average individuals. They're idiots that spend $2,000 at least in order to be there, right? And see ads. Like, these are the biggest fanboys of the company. Like, these are the number one consumers, right? And to see them booing, it was incredibly demoralizing for the developer on the stage, which was very happy with the product. Because, again, from their perspective, like, it was a good game. And the guy was so demoralized and taken aback that he didn't know what to say. And he was like, well, don't you guys have phones? Like he tried to make a joke, basically, right? Like he didn't know how to get out of the situation, made a joke, which made it look 10 times worse and became an internet meme. So that's pretty much like what's happening. Like, that is the story of Diablo Immortal. The only Assassin's Creed I played was Black Flag. If there's any Assassin's Creed I will buy, it is just that one. But as I said before, Yasuke is the vessel. But the drivers of this gameplay were woke lib women, and number one of them is a Japanese feminist professor who's into yaoi. Okay, I want to address something that's also really interesting. There have been many people who have struggled hard to explain that we need more women to write stories, right? Like men, every single book is written by men. Every single game is written by men. So we need to have more women driving the story forward. And I gotta say, initially, I was like, why the fuck does it matter? Like, if a man writes a story or a woman writes a story, who cares? But I have noticed that ever since you have a lot of female writers, I can't really say that the writing is bad or anything, but I can say that it's different to the point that I find it unappealing. Like, I'm not saying that it's bad. Again, like, there may be other people who like this type of thing, like Rags, but I personally despise it. And I will explain it why. Here you have a game which is about assassination, and the focus is going to also be on romance. And my type of story is the one that doesn't focus that much on the character personality, but it's like Goku and Vegeta beating the living shit out of each other. You know, like, that is what I want. I want action. I want action, violence, and some tits. That's literally, I'm a simple man, you know, like, my entertainment can be simple. Now, I understand that some people don't like the type of entertainment that I do, but it seems to align with what a lot of teenage boys and young men like. You know, I just haven't grown up from that age, I guess. Like, I still enjoy a good old hack and slash. I enjoy a good Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I do not need these intricate, the character is evolving and the internal anguish and pain that they're experiencing. Like, I'm not saying that there isn't a place for that, but it's definitely a shift in the story. You know, it's definitely a shift. And the best place to notice that is in World of Warcraft. Like, in World of Warcraft, if you look at the beginning, like, what is the story? The story is with the Tyrion Fordring story, right? Like, he organizes this crusade at the base of Icecrown Citadel, and he rallies everyone, and they have, like, a tournament there, even though it doesn't make any fucking sense from a logical standpoint. It's just fucking cool. And the Lich King, you know, sends Anubarak to destroy the tournament, but Anubarak fails. And then they go to Icecrown, and the Lich King is like, this is my master plan. I actually wanted you to bring the champions here so I can destroy them and then raise them as undead. And he turns Tyrion Fordring into an icicle. And after that, the Lich King kills everyone, and Tyrion Fordring breaks the icicle. Go like, light gives me strength. I like that shit. Okay, simple. Effective. Okay, what is World of Warcraft now? Anduin has been mind controlled by Sylvanas, and he is in pain. He's in anguish over 5 years. Like, he's like, I don't know if I can do this. What if I can't be a good leader? I don't want to go back. And you have Thrall Anduin, you have to go back. No, I can't. I can't because the power within me, that's evil. And what if I get mind control again? And I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care about this shit. Okay, go there. Do some damage. Go get in there. Do the damage I'm doing. Do the fucking damage. You know, like, you're a hero. Do the shit. It's like, but like, I guess it's the difference between a male writer and a female writer, right? Like, it caters to different genres. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong or anything, but like, these genres, where it's in the fucking name. It's Warcraft, right? It's not Lamentian craft. It's like, okay, perfect thing. You used to have Sylvanas, right? Like, Sylvanas is a tragic character. She got killed by the Lich King, and then she got resurrected. You don't have, like, the entire story arc with her bitching and whining about her situation. Like, yeah, she goes and sings a very beautiful song with, like, Sindo, Sindori, and it's, you know, like, that's enough. That's enough to understand the pain that she's going through. But, like, you don't have, like, 17 cinematics with Sylvanas going around how she grows her manjaw and how her tits are shrinking. You know, like she doesn't talk about non-stop about those shit. I love romance stories, but I hate when they mix hack and slash with rom-com BS. I like them separate. I think, like, that it can be done, actually. Nikkei is very good at doing that. It's got its romance moment. So it's not like it cannot be done, right? But most of the the thing with the Westerners is that at this point they cannot make romance stories. Like, I do not know the last game that I played which had a romance story. And by romance story, I would mean Mass Effect had, like, some really great waifus in it. Talizora goes without saying. Even Liara Tsoni was interesting. Dragon Age had really great romance. Dragon Age with Morrigan. Even Liana was okay. The Wrath of Pathfinder, if you guys played it, it's got, like, so many waifus in it. It's got Aruya Shal. It's got, you know, like, so many interesting characters. And I can't think of any that, like, for instance, in Baldur's Gate. Like, which character in Baldur's Gate? Everyone goes for the Shadowheart because, you know, she looks at least somewhat normal. But like, the romance there is like, hey, let's spend some time together. Hey, let's fuck, and that's it. It's very queer. I think they've said it. It's very queer. The best romance stories that were ever made, in my opinion, and it's not like, because there's this thing where they say, they don't really, like, men don't like romance, which is absolutely false. I used to love Disney stories. Like, my fucking god, Disney movies were the best. And even what was it? Anastasia. Anastasia is a great romance. Like, in fact, I don't even know why Rasputin is there. But you got, like, a couple of Disney, even Beauty and the Beast, I would say. But the problem is, like, if you look at any of these stories, they're not for the modern audience. Like, Beauty and the Beast, immediately they go and they freak out about, you know, the Beast, using coercive measures in order to make Belle fall in love. Like Anastasia, the guy takes advantage of her because she's got amnesia. Like you can find out all of this criticism and what they're complaining. And of course, you know, in order to have romance, the female character needs to look appealing. But like, they would cast, like, the most androgynous 45-year-old woman they can find. And it's like, hooking her up with this Greek god, this muscular Kratos, to break all immersion. I mean, look what they did with Romeo and Juliet, right? Let me see if I can find the recent one, but it's being memed all the way on the internet, and you gotta understand, the casting is done on purpose. Let me see if I can find... Oh, yeah, here we go. Like, no offense, but this shit... And I tried being polite, by the way. Like, I really did try my best to be polite. But if you ignore the hands here, right? It looks like a promo for a boxing match. Tonight, Netflix, Romeo versus Juliet, epic showdown, cage battle, you know? And like, people will say, oh, so like, what do you have against the... I have nothing against the actress, but I have everything against the person that casted the actress on the role. Like, he seems out of her league. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Like, why didn't you cast a Romeo that would be within her league to create something? Like, my wife looked at this and said, no, absolutely not, no. Not to mention, it's... and they do this on purpose. They want the controversy. Like, they absolutely want the controversy. It does look like a UFC Fight Night promo. There's no way around it. Like, I tried being polite. I looked at it through different angles. I got it through different filters. I tried photoshopping it. No, I can't get rid of that. Yeah, and ironically, I want the jawline like that. I mean, dude... I would manage to make my wife so happy with a jawline like that. Like just by walking in the bedroom and giving her a smile from the side, it would... Oh. No, I you know what? I take it back. Like, I think she would have heart palpitations. Like, if you have a jawline like that, it's like... I don't think... Oh, people... No, I can't show this. Or actually, no, hold on, I can. Like, people have made this. Look, people have memed this. Boxing event of the year, live in Vegas. Romeo versus Juliet. It's like... And it's not even seductive. Like, you know, you watch this, and like, what exactly do you feel? Like you don't feel any type of emotion. Like I don't want to be Romeo. I guess, like, would women want to be Juliet? I don't know. It's just... That's so fucking weird. Like, again, Britain has a population of 50 million people. Like, you're willing to tell me you could not find a single woman that looks the part. Like, I have nothing against that actress, but maybe she's good in other movies. Like The Predator or something. Like I'm willing to bet she can play a very good Predator. The alien one. The one that is a great hunter and hunts for trophies. Hold on. Let me... Am I just imagining things, or is it... Hold on. Let me see the Predator from the side. I need a side picture of the Predator. Is there no picture? Predator, no, let me check Predator profile. Because you need the Predator from the side in order to make the comparison work. Yeah, I think I found something. Like, I'm telling you, if you put the Predator, like, looking completely the way to the left, like, if you make the Predator look just to the left, it's uncanny. Is this a Predator rom-com? My life with the out just holy excrement. Yeah, it is Spider-Man versus the Predator. I'm not saying it to be rude. I'm like, just objectively observing and noticing reality. Corporate wants you to tell the difference between these pictures. It's like it's the same picture. It is. Just search for Predator side view. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Holy shit! Dude, there's no fucking way. Juliet should have been played by Terry Crews. Well, at this point, why the fuck not? You know what I noticed? Like I will tell you the silent part, right? So this is America in 2024, right? Like before, if you were hired to let's say draw in Scooby-Doo, right? It was actually quite difficult because you would have to look at the character like the way, let's say Shaggy, right? Like you'd have to look at the way Shaggy is drawn in Scooby-Doo. And you have to replicate that to the point where if someone else is in the studio, if someone else draws Shaggy, it has to look similar enough so that the audience doesn't notice the difference, right? So like, you would need to be able to draw Shaggy perfectly. You need to know exactly how the hair looks like. You need to know every single fucking detail in order to trick the audience into believing that this is an animated character and create the immersion. Nowadays, you can just take a random bloke and say, yeah, this is Shaggy. Like, you take a random bloke, put a green shirt, and it's like, this is Shaggy, don't like it, you're a fucking racist, piece of shit, come watch the TV show, give me all your money. It's like, but like, seriously, unironically, you can literally do that. Like, it doesn't matter, like you don't cast for the part anymore. You can just pick a guy up the street, boop, and be like, yeah, this is the Terminator. Yeah, this is RoboCop. Yeah, this is Shaggy. Like literally, just anything you want. You know, just have like some sort of semblance. I don't know, just like give him a green shirt because Shaggy had a green shirt, and there you fucking go. You know, maybe the guy like the Terminator, right? Like Arnold had glasses and put glasses on the person, and there you fucking go. You got a Terminator. It's just like, yeah, like literally a random person. Random person from the street, you pick them up, you put them in, and it's like, that's the role, that's the casting. By the way, remember that psycho 15-year-old girl that caved in a white girl's skull? She is getting reduced sentence because she said she was bullied and is not trialed as an adult. I mean, it is what it is. What do you have to say about that? It's like, yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, according to Short Fat Otaku, judges do what judges do. There's no the political motivation. There's no. All right. I mean, I guess she was bullied. Yes, I mean, she may have been. Who knows? I wasn't there. I didn't bully her. Judges cannot be questioned in the democracy. No, I noticed that there are some people, man. I swear to fucking God. Most of them Canadians. But there are some people that unironically believe that if something looks suspicious, but nothing is being done about it, then there's nothing there to see. It's so mind-boggling. It's like, how can you think like that? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, let's see what else we got. I had some news for today. Not a lot, though. Because I was expecting to play Dungeons and Dragons today. Listen to this. Something is happening with Homeworld 3. Gamers are being banned for asking about the story or DEI or Sweet Baby involvement. The story has been changed. The managing director of narrative properties for Gearbox has vanished. So, basically, moderators of the game's official boards have started to hand out bans for anyone criticizing the story or asking if diversity, exclusivity, or the DI or Sweet Baby Inc. was involved in any way. Fans reach out to myself and Kabrutswawa, who plays the game on his DEI detecting website. I gotta say, this is the main reason. I think like this is the number one reason why gamers fucking despise woke ideology. It's not necessarily the ideology in itself, which can be bettable if the gameplay is good, but it's the censorship. It's the way they treat customers. That, like, imagine walking into a store and seeing that another customer is being spat at the cashier. Like, even if the customer deserved it, you don't treat customers that way. Like, I would not shop there again. You know, imagine going to a restaurant and seeing the waitress bickering with one of the customers. And after that, she bickers with another. Like, would you still go to that restaurant? Are you mentally deficient? Even if the waitress is right, it's not the correct way to handle it. It's not a business way to conduct yourself in a professional manner. You don't ban people off the forums because they're asking some dumb questions. You know, and by the way, the questions are legitimate. It's not dumb. Like if you notice a pattern that every single time Sweet Baby is involved, it causes a new Suicide Squad. The game ends up with shitty story. Like name me the game that Sweet Baby worked at and it has an amazing fucking story. Oh, you can't? Well, then, why should I keep buying games from them? Anyway. The key issues that change the tone of Homeworld story is that the third installment includes a focus on girl bosses who can manipulate hyperspace without cores, are immune from hyperspace inhibitors, and you can use the power as a force to do additional magic things, like communicate with other people over long distances. The most hilarious change was from the original trailer to the in-game version of the character who got the classic Telltale man jaw upgrade. Yeah, like, fucking hell, look at this shit. Right? Like, what is wrong with this face? Like, she looks like, okay, here, she looks mildly attractive. Like, this is not Humor bait or anything, but yeah, like, it's a pretty sci-fi girl. You know, makes me want to be in that sci-fi universe. Like, it's interesting, right? Like, it pulls you in as a customer. This pulls me out. This instantly pulls me out. It's like, what the fuck am I into, you know? 45-year-old fucking the male characters, all of them shirtless, pumping, oozing with testosterone that the Californian women lack. Like, they wish they had testosterone like these men in the games. No, seriously, like what type of man that looks like the males in the AAA gaming industry would be with a woman like this? All of them would go for this. She's not even that attractive, like she's not even that hot. It's just like basic bitch fantasy waifu. Anyway, my point, and this made them absolutely livid. This made them furious when you showed the double standard, right? They can't call you a Kumar anymore. It's like, this is League of Legends. Main account. League of Legends, main account. Does anyone have the technology to make this possible? So they're reaching through the skin in order to try to touch the abs of one of their male characters. If you post this, everyone will be like, oh, you're a Khmer. Oh, you're a Khmer. Oh, go touch grass. Oh, but if it's League of Legends with a man doing, oh no, this is respectable. This is high quality art. I'm not going to touch grass. I am going to touch the waifu. Look at this. Touch the waifu. For some reason, this is unacceptable, right? Like, this is completely unacceptable. This is the Khmer. Oh, the Khmer. Go touch grass. Oh. Polite company. Civilized society. Ah, fuck off. God, like, this double standard sickens me, chat. It sickens me to the core. To the very core of my being. Which is why I'm making the video game. Fuck these people. Yeah, academic agent. I don't know what academic agent thinks actually, because academic agent doesn't like abs on women. But in that video, it was a woman wanting to attach abs on men. I think academic agent approves. I haven't asked him, but I think it's safe to say that he would accept that. Yeah, to be fair, Ellen doesn't have abs, right? Like, by the way, you know, this is something that I always fought with women in real life. Fought, not physically, verbally fought. And I kept telling women, it's like, dude, a little bit of pudge is okay. It's like a third titty. Like having a little bit of belly is actually attractive. Like, it's fine to have a little bit of thickness on the belly. Like, just don't go overboard, right? Like, when the belly is bigger than the breast, that's not fine. But, like, if you have a little bit of belly, like, you don't need to go on a diet. You do not need to starve yourself. If you have a little belly, it's perfectly okay. Abs on women is masculine? No, I think having abs is healthy. Right? Like, if you work out, any type of exercising, it's fine. Unless you go and you do steroids and stuff. Like, that's not fine. But, like, having a woman that goes to the gym and weight, it's perfectly fine. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I would rather have a woman with abs than have this morbidly obese, massive, corporeal Californian manifestation from the bowels of HR. Like, if you're into that, good. But, like, if I had to choose, I would go for the other extreme. Yeah, you can be chubby and be genetically fit, yeah. But a little bit of chubby is fine. Like, a little bit of belly is not a problem. In fact, I prefer women that have a little bit of belly than women that are skin and bones. Like if the woman looks like she broke out of Auschwitz, no, I'm not into that either. Like, the extremes are repulsive from a sexual perspective. Doesn't mean that you can't be friends with someone like that, but, like, for dating material, no. Tomboys are a fetish? No. Volleyball players can be sexy. Women bodybuilders, though. Yeah. I'm not talking about bodybuilders, dude. I'm talking just like a woman that goes to the gym and works out. Like, if she's got, like, well-toned abs, within reason, I don't think that's unattractive. But anyway, you know, like, there are chubby chasers in the world. Like, when it comes to attraction, it's incredibly subjective, up to a point, of course. But, like, there are people that, you know, prefer women with big breasts, and women that have small breasts are also preferred by other people. Like, there's no point in discussing, oh, wow, you like women with abs. Oh, my goodness. Oh, gracious me. How will I cope in polite society? I need to hide my tomboy girlfriend, because, like, academic agent may see her. But then you have, like, the more extremists. Like, I see people on Twitter unironically claiming that if you like a tomboy, you're gay. And I guess, like, well, when I'm smashing the puss, I suppose I may be. I don't know. I guess. I will put the Jeff Bezos flag on top of my bed while sucking on the big fat titty. And yeah, like, that's definitely very gay. I'm going to go to join an LGBT club and be like, you're gay? Yeah. Like, who's your boyfriend? No, I got a tomboy. Like, she just hasn't come. Like, wait, no, that's not alright. No, yeah, it is. I've been told on the internet that I'm one of you now. No girl just working out has abs like that. That was a picture of a guy, though. No, but, like, we're talking about abs where you get to actually see them. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can show you one of my characters. I did this exactly because I heard that academic agent likes these types of characters, so I made a character just for him. Let me see if I can find a picture of her. So, like, if a girl has abs like this, I would have no problem. It's fine. Now I do want to point out, though, that I'm curious how this character would look like if I hired Sweet Baby to help me with my game. Like, if I hired them and asked them, hey, I need you guys to come in, I need you guys to help me make these characters for a more diverse audience, for a more inclusive, modern audience. Like, what would you do? And I think, like, they would probably have to change that. Like, this would be the first thing they would change. Be the first thing they would change. They would change the jawline. Like, they don't like this jawline. It's too triangular. It scares them. Yeah, she is in my game, yeah. If she has abs, she most likely would have fat. There are outliers. There are outliers that I have seen girls that do have abs and they do have big breasts as well. The perfect example is a Romanian tennis player called Simona Halep. She actually went to a surgery in order to reduce her chest size because they prevented her from playing tennis properly. And yeah, I know there are girls that do have. Watch the Olympics. The best way to see girls with abs that have big breasts, just watch the Olympics. Like, women that do sports, they do have well-toned bodies. They'd make the torso square, chin bigger, smaller eyes, so it doesn't look like a girl. Oh, damn. Yeah, unfortunately, that is true. A true fit girl, athletic but not much muscular. This is exactly how I asked the artist to draw her. Because, like, at first the artist was confused that they thought that I'm going to want something peculiar. But I was like, no, look. I don't want her to be muscular. I just want her to have a little bit of abs. It's not too much, just a little bit. This is why I'm making a manga myself. Also, there are tomboys in my manga. Some girls got abs and are sexy. Also, I doubt that diversity, equity, and inclusion would like me. I'm genuinely curious, like, what would they say, though? Like, what would be the driving criticism? Oh, fat chest is not allowed on Steam. Jesus Christ. No, like, fat chest is not... Sorry, flat chest is not allowed on Steam because... if you have a character with flat chest, some people may think that it looks underage. So even if you have, like, the story saying that she's of age, even if you dress her up properly, like, if she has flat chest, especially if it's anime style, they will say that she looks 17, 16. That gets you in trouble. So no, you need massive fat tits so that they can see she is over the age of 18. Like, that is the bare minimum you gotta do. So the Italian Supreme Court actually decided this. Like, they talked about what constitutes a drawing which can get a person in prison. Like, the Italian government is having different laws. And apparently Jinx from League of Legends, if you have her naked, can get you in prison. Because what they said is, in order to carbon date the drawing... Right, so, like, you find a drawing on the internet, there's no story around it, there's no lore, it's just the drawing itself. How can they tell if the drawing is of age or underage? And apparently, according to the Italian Supreme Court, it's breasts and pubes. So if you have a girl with no breasts, that's fictional. Right, so not a real person, because, like, a real person, you can find out how old they are. Like, you find the person, you ask for their ID, you can find out. But, like, if it's a drawing, then in order to tell if it's an adult drawing or not, if it's a drawing of an adult or not, breasts and pubes. So Jinx from League of Legends, which is fat chest, if you're watching hentai with her, it can get you in trouble with the Italian legislature. What about actual adult women who happen to be more perky than busty? Well, you're going to have to argue that in the Italian court. But like, think about it. If you're on a Discord server and someone drops some League of Legends hentai or some shit, and you're Italian, like especially if you're in a public place, right? So you're browsing your phone, and all of a sudden it pops up because you're on a Discord or whatever. Unironically, you can get in trouble, or even worse, if you're at the Italian airport, right? So like, if you go to another country, sometimes they can ask for your phone, and they will look through your phone. And if they find something that they don't like, she can have massive boobs and still be bad if the design doesn't pass the height of consent. Yeah, I mean, in Italy, Tifa is fine. I actually had to look up on Tifa. I was curious how old she is. She's 22, so they actually did play Tifa in the Italian parliament. I don't know anyone who doesn't shave. Maybe it's an Italian thing. Yeah, like, that's the thing, you know. Whenever I see pubes in hentai, it's like, ugh. Shave. Like, there's literally an artist that has to draw the bush. And I'm like, why? Like, women shave. Anyway. What shithole goes through your phone off the plane? Oh, they do random searches all the time. They don't even need reasonable suspicion. If you're at the airport, they can actually look through your phone. They did this to what was the name? That Australian chick, and I think it was Molyneux as well, or two other people. I forgot which. Like, two other people flew to Britain, and they were stopped at the airport, and they were asked for their phones, and they didn't give it. And because Lawrence Southern, I think, yeah. And because they didn't give the phone, they shipped them back where they came from. Like, they can do that. They have the authority. Stop ignoring you. I'm wrong about the Italian law? No, I had this conversation before. Like, it went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court, one of the judges on the Supreme Court gave his personal opinion on how he would preside over such a case. Like, if you find a person that has hentai on his computer that looks questionable, the way he would preside in order to find out if the drawing is of age or not is by the size of the breasts and the pubes. You can Google it. It's in the fucking media. If you disagree with me, then take it with the journalist that reported on it. I think it was on the Associated Press. Let's be honest here. Those folks are on blacklist. You don't have to be on a blacklist for them to check your phone, man. They checked my cousin's phone. They check phones all the time. Maybe you are lucky and you never had it checked. But they can, and they do check phones. They ask for your phone, and you also have to give them your password. Like, Google it if you don't believe me. It happens all the time, even in America. They can check someone's phone. They will ask you for the password, and if you refuse to give them the password, they can detain you. They can't crack your phone, but like, they can detain you there for several hours, and you miss your flight. And they can choose not to allow you to fly as well. So. No, if you lock your phone, they will ask you for the password. If you refuse to give it to them, they detain you. Because now they have probable cause. And they detain you until your lawyer arrives. Anyway, hopefully you guys were entertained. I'm sorry that there's no D&D today. But next week, hopefully. And I will see you again tomorrow. With some better news, I hope. Thank you for watching, and take care.